In the pattern of distribution, we will be discussing about the invasion. The invasion, in the invasion, when one particular organisms come in one particular area and it invades the local species. If it is a predator, it will eat, or if it is not a predator, then it will compete the indigenous or endemic species of that area. So that means the organisms move from one area to another area, so they are invading the other areas as well. So the capacity to spread is important to all organisms. So this is a spread of their ranges. The organism is increasing their range in this way. So success of a species can be measured by its geographical distribution, and the ability to move into new areas is one of their attributes required in order to achieve this. So a successful species is present all over the continent maybe, and it is able to move into new areas and able to adapt into the newer environment as well. So habitats may alter or be lost, so a species need to be capable of moving to more appropriate sites. Climate may change and species will then need to alter their ranges to cope with the new conditions, and often this involves overcoming physical barriers. So sometimes there are a lot of changes happening in the environment, and these changes, these are forcing the organisms to move into the newer areas which are more easier for them to live, and sometimes doing so they are overcoming some physical barriers as well. So all organisms need to disperse to ensure survival. Many of the animals that have failed to survive and have become extinct have failed in this respect. So if they are not spreading to different areas, they will be in the same area. The environment is changed and they will not be able to adapt, and they will die, and they will went extinct. So the flightless birds such as the great auk and the dodo are examples. Because these are flightless birds, they cannot move around, they are very they cannot migrate to other islands. So once they were hunted or there were some predatory species, they were killing them, they were not able to defend themselves, or never nor they were able to fly to the other areas and went extinct. So species need to be able to move to new areas if local conditions deteriorate for them. But range expansion for organisms with little or no mobility of their own presents problem, and these have been overcome in variety of ways. So there are the migration is greatly assisted by the humans as well. We have when we have invaded the other continents, we not only have invaded by ourselves, but we have taken some organisms with us that were invasive species to those areas, and this is called ecological imperialism. Ecological imperialism is a term sometimes used to describe the wave of biological invasions that has occurred in the wake of human invasions by either accidental transport or deliberate introduction. So for example, if we in the Australia, the rabbits were introduced, and the rabbits these are don't have any predator in the Australian continent. So they, due to the ample food and there is no predator which can eat the rabbits, what happened, their population exploded, and these are the invasive species which resulted in a lot of extinction of the endemic species of the Australia. And this is the this is described with the term ecological imperialism. We are not ourselves involved in the invasion of the continents, but also we take the other organisms, the wave of other organisms also accompany us, which leads to the local or endemic species extinction.